And reconnect with your heart. And if you want, you can even put your hand on your heart right away again. Feel your heartbeat. And with every in-breath, remember that connection that you have with the center of the earth. Feel that line between your heart and the center of the earth being activated as you breathe in. And with every out breath, remember your connection to the central sun. And feel it being activated between your heart and this bright star that warms our days. Breathe in, travel to the center of the earth. Breathe out, travel to the sun. And as you continue to breathe like this, feel your heart as that center point, the connection point between heaven and earth that is truly there within you. We thank you for being focused in that manner again. And we are back, ready to continue. However, would you like to proceed?
Hi, Ajo.
And hello to you.
How are you?
Good, we are excellent. And how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, at the moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, today I come here, I have a question to ask you. Actually,
Okay.
I'm sick now, and I'm getting chemotherapy. I'm in the middle of a chemotherapy. And I don't know how long that will last. You know, in the long run, actually, I really don't want to take the chemotherapy. So today I come to ask you, do you have any suggestion that how can I improve my health?
There are many ways that are currently and generally understood to benefit the health, such as detoxifying the system. But for you in your situation where you are right now, we recommend that you take whatever resistance there is towards the chemo and transform it, since you have decided to use this particular formula in your journey, have you not? Do you understand what we're saying?
Not quite.
So to begin with, you had a resistance towards the idea of chemotherapy, did you not?
Yes, I do.
But eventually you decided to use it anyway, did you not?
Yes.
You are, at this moment, this is the most important thing that wants to be seen for you right now. You are walking a route that you are resisting. Do you understand this?
Yes.
So we recommend that you either take the resistance out and decide to trust the chemo, hug it in a sense, and transform it in that way, make it lighter, stand in front of a mirror and say, I have decided to use this particular tool and I am owning it, this particular decision, or see what other alternatives you perhaps had in mind and didn't dare choosing, and see if you can, for yourself, figure out what was in the way there for you. And whether these are possibilities that you would or might still consider after chemo, if it doesn't give you the results that you were aiming for. But the most important thing for you is to see, what can you do right now, every single step of the way throughout your healing journey, that excites you the most? What can you rekindle? What can you help live up, blossom again within your life? This part, what it looks like when you look this ease. You understand?
No.
Is there anything you would like to do that you're not doing?
Oh, I still want to travel, still a few things. If I'm better, my energy is back, I would like to travel and do a lot of things for other people in my heart.
Okay.
And I'll be happy.
So we understand that with your current condition, traveling far is not
possible. It's a little
realistic. But are there smaller steps that you can allow yourself to take? For instance, can you go for an afternoon to a particular place that you've never been, but that is in your environment? This can be nature, it can be a zoo, it can be going to a museum with a friend, it can be all kinds of things.
That I can do. That I can do.
We would say, find friends that you love and trust or family members and set up mini holidays. Go to an Italian restaurant and make it your evening out in Italy.
Okay.
Go to a place that represents another part of your earth and play that you're traveling far and wide. Bring pictures on your phone that you've taken from the web, that you've taken from Pinterest. Make vision boards. Imagine yourself doing these things that you're dreaming of, and do them to the best of your ability. There is no more healing energy frequency that you can bring to yourself. But when you speak about practicalities, medication-wise, we highly recommend you take the resistance out of the path that you have already chosen and own it with a passion while you are making your mini journeys.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, I understand.
Does that help?
It will help. Thank you. I hear you.
Thank you for allowing it in. And if through synchronicity an alternative pops up, an alternative route of healing, practically research within yourself why you would stay with the chemo or not. Give yourself, in other words, a free voice to change your mind at any given moment, because you are free. Whatever you do, you are free. Remind yourself that as you are choosing chemo, that you're choosing it without resistance, to keep it a pure path. But also see that you are in nobody's agenda but your own. And within that agenda, you can play. And we would say, play your heart out.
Thank you. Thank you. I will do. Thank you very much.
We love you so much.
Hi, Arjun.
Hello. And hello to you.
Yes,
hello.
I'm Winnie. Yes. I want to ask you about my daughter. She is 20 years old and she passed away 3 months ago. But I asked for please for help, but we don't anything about when she died and how she died. So I want to know, could you let me know? Please, thank you.
Thank you for the question. What do you know about her passing?
She ran away from home for 15 days, and later the police found her on the street in the water, a river, and.
Can you speak closer to the microphone, please?
Okay.
So her daughter ran away for 15 days, and when the police found her, she's in the river. Her body is in the river. In October, she was having a sexual assault.
She was sexually abused, you say?
Yeah, sexually abused by somebody. So at night she couldn't sleep. She felt like somebody is following her.
She feels like somebody's following her, or she felt like somebody was following her, the daughter?
She felt that somebody is following her and trying to murder her, chasing her. But this is her imagination.
This is what?
This is her delusion.
Thinks the mother.
Yes.
And that's the question, whether it was an illusion. That's the question. We're checking in.
But her question is, she wanted to know when she dies and how she dies.
We understand, but we're checking in with the little information that you have to see on this side how much we are allowed to give back. You see, what they have co-created for each other as a family is a back and forth game, in a sense. We would like to keep it light, that assists the expansional journey of those who, quote unquote, were left behind. You understand? The connection is still there. They're not really left behind, but a part of the mystery excels their inner growth. Do you understand?
Can you explain that more?
Sometimes not knowing something kicks into movement, explorations within the person that otherwise would not have moved. It takes a high degree of inner centeredness to remain calm and peaceful in the absence of proof or facts around a situation such as this one. You see, the family members, in that sense that were closest to her, for now have signed up for such a teaching. And whatever it brings to the surface within them can now be transformed because of that seeming gap of information. And in that sense, the daughter is surfing their process of growth.
I want to know, is a suicide or the accident?
We're not allowed to say. This is exactly the point where we are not allowed to share. And this is what we just explained. And the purpose it is serving. There is a general energy frequency of victim mentality active in this family. And the daughter, in a sense, by passing over, is assisting the deepest levels of that topic to be brought to the surface within every person that was close to her. When they allow themselves to find an inner peace, no matter what facts or proof they have, then they have opened the doors for more information to come in eventually. And for other people to reach out to them and bring them missing puzzle pieces. But right now, the relevance of not sharing this information is greater than the relevance of sharing this information. They are not yet of the frequency of allowing this in. So we are prohibited to give it. Do you understand?
Give you a minute to translate.
Okay.
She also wanted to pass information. So her daughter has told her before, like she came from the Star series.
Yes.
She know that the soul is eternity. Okay. And she know about parallel universe and multiverse. She had told her that before. So she want to ask if she come from another planet.
Can you speak a little closer to the microphone?
She want to know. So her daughter told her she come from Sirius, and she know about parallel universe and multiverse.
We got that.
She want to know if that's correct. If her daughter is coming from another planet.
There were strong, serious connections going on, yes. But she was from Earth as a person, the way the mother knew her daughter. It was an Earth incarnation. But there are strong, serious cross connections, yes. That, by the way, is one reason why eventually she was found in water, which hints toward her reconnecting with a higher frequency energy that she's very familiar with. And also it hints towards the family to allow themselves to go with the flow and see what it brings them. Actually, to relax a little more.
所以他说他是地球人，因为他自己生下来，可是他有一个很强的天哪，然后他最后在水里面让心跟水，所以这个讯息，然后他回到那个在水里面的另外一个意涵是，他要你们顺着去，就是不要，就是go with Okay.
Does that help?
Okay. Yeah. So the daughter doesn't have a good relationship with the dad. Is this one of the reasons that she passed?
That is a too simply put question. You see, everything ties in together, but it is not the cause or the sole cause of her death in that way. They co-created a certain energy together that, in this particular case, invites the father even stronger because they were not in such a good relationship as you label it, to transform certain belief systems within himself as well. But from her side right now, there is only love. There is only love. There is only love.
Thank you. Another question that she asked is, her daughter is very looking forward to come to US, but she's waiting for the green card, and then this incident happened. And because she's so looking to come, why did this happen right before she can come?
Because there is no such thing as things that should happen. There truly is only divine timing. You have co-created this on many levels to learn from and to see through certain old paradigm conceptions that have been very active in the family. The love and passion and lightness of your daughter to find a particular energy frequency in her travels was answered and given to her in a different way. What she longed for on the deepest level, she has found just in a different manifestation. Do you understand?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And again, from the daughter, only love.
Hi, Arjun. How are you?
And hello to you. We are excellent. Thank you. How are you?
I have endured many years like orthopedic pain. What am I not like letting go of? Is that because that I don't find my excitement on the soul level?
Well, your soul level has no challenges feeling excited. Your persona self may have some little challenges with that. So where do you believe you have to hold on to a certain thing? Where do you feel not free to move in the direction of your highest excitement?
I feel sort of trapped, maybe. Like
maybe.
In certain type of like situations.
Okay. Do you wish to clarify closer, more detailed?
Well,
or would you like to keep it more general?
Well, me and my partner have a restaurant right now. I feel that, you know, that is sort of preventing me to do something other than that.
Okay.
And I'm still in a way, I kind of like want to find something that really makes me excited. like what you have said before, like to another person here who was asking you about the question that to live the life, you know, to play, you know, with all you might, you know, that type of thing.
Stay close to your microphone, please.
Well, you're supposed to be really excited about like every moment that you live, you know, which
yes. Well, there you're immediately trapping yourself, speaking about traps. You say you're supposed to. You see that with that sentence, with the energy frequency of that particular word, you heap a whole heavy load on your shoulders that doesn't really mingle with the idea of excitement. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if you tell yourself, I should be more excited every single moment when you're not screaming your joy from the top of the roofs, you're continuously beating yourself over the head. And from that energy frequency, it's much harder to find something that actually excites you, even a little bit. And that's how you keep yourself stuck. Or you keep yourself in the idea of being stuck, because really it can't be. You're always progressing, you're always evolving. Even a person that creates within their reality the idea of seeming redundantness, the idea of seeming repetition. When a person is really bored with their job, for instance, every single day they continue to remanifest that reality for themselves, they'll get more and more bored and more annoyed with it, don't they? And by this rising line of frustration, you have just given yourself a different kind of translation, a different kind of reminder towards the idea of your continuous evolution. Because the increasing frustration shows you that you are more and more ready to move on to something else. So why not hug the resistance that has been speaking with you through your body and through your emotional compass, and say, thank you, frustration. Thank you, annoyance, for showing me that there must be something else. And then find the closest thing to it in that here and now that you can love. So if you are in a kitchen where you would rather not be, why not do something that you haven't done before and feel the texture of the flour that you make your dough products with, and love the softness of it just for a moment, to soothe the energy frequency of being in the kitchen. Find something around you, your reflection in a spoon, and how funny it is that that is upside down. Remember when you were a child and you discovered that for the very first time? Bring these little things back into your awareness and begin, if you want to, build a bridge for yourself that brings the idea of childlike playfulness back into your life, so that you allow yourself to soothe that energy that you were continuously repeating that was blaming you for not being more happy. And then you will open the doors for more information to come and more practical solutions to come as to how you might be able to create within your life a playing field where you can try to do something different. Maybe just for a day and find somebody who in a while, and to taste it and see what it is that you might want to do with it more. But build a little bridge. You have created quite a big gap for yourself right now, wherein it seems very black and white. It's either all of this or nothing of this. But that's not true. Soothe that gap, and you will find more inspiration.
I have considerably made some baby steps, you know, like what you said before. Like,
okay,
I've done volunteer work, you know, in the park and, you know, things like that. But my question really is like, you know, is this pain that I feel on my body really related to what that my inertia about life at this point?
Can you repeat the last end of that sentence? Is it really related to
my inertia about life at this point?
What's a different word for inertia?
Yeah, low
resistance, tiredness, low energy.
Yeah.
The low energy comes from keeping yourself in a split. This is what we're seeing. There is still, even though you took the baby steps, in the background, fundamentally, there is a black and white. And they're hardly merging. Do you understand? Do you recognize? Does it ring a bell? Do you see how fundamentally two opposites are causing friction within you? There is a fundamental core belief that you're not actually free to do what you want to do. Do you see that?
I'm thinking. I don't know yet.
So we will ask the first question again. What do you think is keeping you from truly living your dream?
Myself.
Of course. Spot on. So what is yourself believing to be true that is keeping you in that place? What is your ego self believing to be true?
Well, I think part of it has to do with fear, maybe.
Yes. And what are you afraid will fall apart when you follow your dream a little bit more actively?
Well, it's more of the unknown, I think. It's not, I mean, I haven't gone that far to actually visualize that, you know, things are falling apart. It's just sort of like not knowing what could happen.
And why is that scary?
I don't know.
You see, you have put something in that place, in that blank. It wouldn't be scary if you didn't have some kind of disaster scenario. So you say you haven't gone as far as visualizing things falling apart, but somewhere in the background you have. The fear has a fundament. you want to dig deeper and find what is at the core of that fear. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if ever within your life you have heard a story about somebody who went out to live a free life, but nothing worked out, perhaps you adopted that story and made it a secret, silent truth that is constantly present in the background, although you have no proof for it in your life, you see. Otherwise, you wouldn't be afraid. If it was completely blank, if there was absolutely no definition, no negative definition around the idea of stepping out of your comfort zone and exploring all these other parts of you that are really the only thing that you can encounter outside of your comfort zone. If there were absolutely no negative definitions connected to that, you would not be afraid. So you have created a blind spot for yourself there, very creatively, very creatively. So we would say celebrate how creative you have been on that part and understand that you can use that same energy of creativity in a direction that serves you. You can find, if you really put your focus to it, a definition that makes it highly attractive to step out of your comfort zone and explore new things. Give yourself that new definition and play with that. Rewrite, overwrite your older definitions that are keeping you from doing that.
So is the physical pain that related to this at all?
Yes. Well, yes, more than you think.
Okay. All right.
So the beauty in this is that now you are allowing yourself to come to the forefront in this dialogue, which in a sense is also going outside of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yes.
We know,
especially
and
in
we
front
thank
of all
you.
these people.
Exactly. And that's why we say we thank you, because this right here, right now moment shows you that it can be fun, doesn't it? Because it shows you what wants to be seen. It allows you to shine a light on things that have been in the dark. And you've been playing an excellent game of hide and seek, but it's time to come out now. And it can be fun. It can be fun to do so.
Yeah, thank you.
So dig deeper and see what treasures come up as you find the core beliefs that have been below the fears. We recommend, for instance, you sit down and write it down, one after another, everything that could possibly go wrong, even though you say you haven't visualized it. Go there and face it. And when you see it, you can transform it. But as long as you don't wish to see it, you're tiptoeing around it and it remains secretly laughing on the background, not allowing you to move much further at all. Do you understand this?
Yes.
It's a self-protection mechanism. Many of you use this particular tool for your own expansion, and you did a great job at that. Now go and turn it around, because we know you can.
So much. Thank you.
We love you so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
And hello to you.
Hi. I just have a question for now, because I feel my head is lightheaded. That
Okay.
the balloon in my head, it's starting to spin. So I don't know what I should do about it.
You don't have to do anything about it. We would say allow it and stop resisting it. You are raising your frequency in order to meet ours, mainly, is what you're doing. Don't you love that you are, in a sense, automatically doing that? Now, why would you wonder how to stop it? We understand that the side effects physically of doing so, or allowing this to happen for any single one of you, may seem a little bit odd to the rational mind, especially in the beginning. But lightheadedness, or sometimes even nausea or dizziness, in that sense, are pretty common side effects for beginning to raise your frequency when you allow it to happen in a very rapid tempo. So we say congratulations, and it will get easier. Enjoy the ride.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Ajol. I have a
And
question.
help you.
Yeah. Am I a hybrid program?
We're being told to wink at you.
Oh, okay.
So
And
you're getting a wink, not a yes or a no. There's a reason for that. You can play with this however you like.
oh, okay, okay. Then what's the purpose of my life here?
To be the best and most you version kind of you that you can possibly allow yourself to be in every single here and now. To be your unique self. And that purpose you have in common with every single other person on your planet. Now, this may translate in very different ways for every single one of you. And perhaps that is what your rational mind is referring to. What should it look like? But that is up to you. So this is why we continue to repeat, follow your highest excitement in every single here and now. Because if right here, right now, you feel like drinking a cup of tea would be the most lovely thing on the world, doing that makes you, in that moment, the most unique and bold and true version of you that you can possibly be in that moment. Do you understand? So you will be your purpose. And that is it, to become yourself. And the more you allow that to be grounded in your physical world, the more you live your dreams instead of just dream about living, the more you allow that to manifest in your density, the more you will become your higher self, until you will be continuously in open dialogue and interaction with that part of you until you merge with it. And this is the time on your planet where you can begin to do so while remaining in the physical body. And now that is a new chapter. And that is why it is so highly exciting for us or any other interstellar family member to reconnect with you right here, right now. Because you have set up new parameters and you can morph into a version of yourself that is so much grander, but that has always been you on another level. You're just remembering, you're waking up to that understanding, one step at a time, one exciting, joyful step after another. And now, just to add to that, since you touched it, as you are following your excitement, we're not saying that you will not encounter challenges. Actually, a very crucial part of following your excitement is that you will encounter challenges, because any challenge that comes forth from you being bold enough to follow your excitement to the best of your ability until you can take it no further with zero expectation towards what the outcome ought to be. Any challenge that comes up within that kit, within that journey, is exactly what you need to look at within yourself to transform so that you can reach an even higher level of excitement. That is you being given the key to yet another door, and yet another door, and yet another door closer to your higher self, more in alignment with your true nature. Do you understand this?
Hi, Drew. This is Eric. Thank
And
you
hello
for
to you.
Hi. Thank you for the answer to the previous questions. But I want
Okay,
to
you're
ask
welcome.
the same question again. But this time,
Okay.
where am I, or was I giving a special mission in this life before I was born?
You can give yourself a special mission. You came in with a theme, but you don't come in with a mission. You see, the energy frequency of the word mission very strongly implies that it is something you need to go to. And we just explained to you that the point really is for you to remember that you are being it. Do you understand? Being the fullest version of yourself that you know yourself to be. in every single here and now. Does that make sense to you, or do you feel you need a mission?
I kind of wonder, is that my ego think that I have a mission? Or, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I totally follow that. But somehow I felt like I want to inspire people.
Okay, well, if that is your passion, if it's your passion to inspire people, why not live the life of your dreams so that you become an automatic source of inspiration to every single person who witnesses you doing that? That will mean that you have become your own passion. You are densifying, you are physicalizing your dreams in your reality. And therefore you're bringing down to earth what you first considered to be heaven in your imagination. That means you can inspire people in many, many ways. But first allow yourself to really live your dreams. And this will be an automatic side effect. If you make inspiring people your main goal, then you're kind of cornering yourself, because you're waiting to see results before you perhaps understand what is your actual passion yet. Do you understand? You're putting the cart before the horse when you do that. So you are always free, every single one of you, to decide whether you wish to define your passion as a mission or not. But we're just reflecting back to you that the word mission is a tricky one, because as soon as you call something a mission, you close many, many doors wherein inspiration that has to do with your passion can come in. A mission is something that you can hang a lot of very specific pictures on. Now, your ego loves to do that because it gives it a sense of security and stability. And though there is nothing wrong with visualizing the things that you prefer to see manifesting in your life, we recommend you keep it light, like a daydream, and something that is malleable and can change every single second. Allow yourself to change your mind. Allow yourself to remain a childlike explorer. Allow yourself malleability to go with the flow. And then a lot more things can manifest for you that reveal to you in what ways you can translate your most aligned version of yourself. And it may be very surprising. Those who perhaps thought they really needed to be a chef in a kitchen may explore that by being there, they want to be a traveler, and vice versa. And every single different kind of journey exists on your planet, and you are all living it. Allow yourself to live it. Love the plot twists is what we're saying, because these are the most exciting dance moves on your dance floor. Do you understand?
Yes, I agree. But sometimes life that you surrounded with people that doubt you and say you want to, things that you want to do, some people might see it as impractical and it's not security way, like they fear that I at the end will not producing security for myself in the future.
Oh, we understand, and you probably understand why they think so. Can
Yes.
you let them? Can you let them think
No,
that?
some people surrounded me that I care. Sometimes my fear is because of other people's fears, and then because I love that person or those people, that it causes me to slow me down, you know, in a bit.
Well, then that's you deciding to slow down in order to please them and to take away their fear, but you're not the one who can actually do that. As long as they choose to see frightening circumstances in the reflections of their reality, they're choosing to do so. Actually, you're helping them much more by proving them the opposite. and choosing your path of highest excitement nonetheless. You can tell them, I love you, and I see that you love me, and I can see that you speak because you have my best interest at heart within the parameters of your reality. But I'm gonna do this anyway, and I'm gonna look at it as an experiment, and I'm gonna choose not to be afraid. And you're right, and I can always come back to the things that you are recommending to me now, and I hear you, and I will take it in, and I'll put it in this little room, and I'll love you anyway, but now I'm gonna do this. Then they feel heard, and they will stop feeling the need to push their concerns on you non-stop. You understand that as you resist their concerns, you create an intensification of that, and they will really begin to nag you on your head.
I've been doing that. That's why sometimes they call me so thick-head.
So love them, and say that you will do what you do anyway, but you hear them, and actually have them feel that you hear them. Do you understand this?
I understand. Do you think that I'm on the right path?
Do you think you're on the right path?
On what I'm doing?
On where you are right now?
Where I'm not, and what I'm going to do? So.
Well, who knows what you're going to do? You don't know yet either.
I do.
But you don't.
It's always changing, yeah. But I have
you have a picture, but you don't know yet.
Right.
Fall in love with not knowing, and you won't have this question. And you'll be on your path non-stop. You are your path right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
I guess, yes.
Well, you can feel it if you decide to be it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
This last one is a nice one for you to write about when you are digging for core beliefs.
Yes,
so
I will.
We know, and there will be assistance. So happy playing.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. We love you. Would that be all for all of you?
We still have 2 more. Is it okay to extend a little bit?
Let's start with one.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
We are excellent. How are you?
I'm often very unhappy. I want to find out what should I do?
Okay. So you're saying you're often choosing to feel that way.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Am I?
Yes. Would you rather not be? Let us ask you this. If you would have the choice, which you do, to either believe that emotions are something that overcome you and that you cannot do anything about, or to believe that you must be choosing to believe you have to feel that way in that particular circumstance in order to grow from it, then which one would you rather pick?
First one.
You're not going on for the microwave. Do you understand that the second one is self-empowering and the first one is not? That as long as you believe that emotions are something that rule over you, you have no power in your own hands to transform the information into something that serves you. You understand?
Okay.
So the day, the minute, the second, you decide when you feel unhappy to define it as something that you're choosing to do, you will feel less unhappy immediately. We guarantee. So when you're very frustrated, instead of going, I feel so frustrated, and fighting the energy frequency of your frustration, making it worse, the day you decide to say, I am choosing to feel frustrated, you feel the difference right now? Do you see what a difference that makes?
No, not at this moment.
Tuning in with that second sentence. I am choosing to feel unhappy.
I am choosing to be unhappy.
When you start your sentence with I am choosing, whatever follows after that doesn't matter because you are self-empowering in that moment. You take your power back.
Okay.
Knowledge to the universe that you remember that you are creating this life, including the circumstances and the emotional energy frequencies that you're playing around with. You take your power back. We would say begin there. Even though the words may not immediately click in completely on a rational level, repeat this when you find yourself in a lower frequency state, and you will feel yourself shifting out of it immediately, because what you resist persists. When you are angry with being unhappy, when you're blaming yourself or your circumstances with your unhappiness, then you are sucking yourself deeper down. You understand?
Sort of.
By saying I am choosing this, you are at least beginning to neutralize the situation. And from neutrality, you can begin to move upward to better feeling energies.
Okay.
Do you get that?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what we're saying. Begin by neutralizing, and then you know you can step out of it. So when you feel unhappy, the intensity of your unhappiness, this is the reason why you feel it. We will explain it to you. The intensity of your unhappiness shows you the distance between what your rational mind believes to be true in that moment and what your heart knows to be true about you in that moment. So if that distance is very big, you feel very unhappy. So when you feel very unhappy, what does that tell you? Your mind must be believing something that is very not true. That is a relief. Do you understand this?
No.
Okay. So whatever circumstance is making you feel unhappy, for instance, somebody told you, I think you are stupid. When you choose to believe that you are stupid, because you have a choice, you can believe what they say or you can choose to not believe it and just walk on smiling. But when you choose to agree with the idea that they're offering you, you begin to feel angry or unhappy. Why do you feel that way in that moment? The energy frequency of your unhappiness in the moment, no matter whether it's bad or just a little bit, shows you how far away from your natural truth you are. Because your heart knows you are not stupid. And you are agreeing with somebody who says you are. So the distance between your truth and this untruth is being translated by the messenger of your emotional compass that brings you frustration or sadness or anything else that doesn't feel good. It is your system to wake yourself up to your own truth. Any low frequency is a wake-up call, is a teacher, is something there that is crucially needed to bring you back into awareness of who you really are. Now can you see, when you say, I feel unhappy very often, how you are sending yourself many messengers that are trying to let you know that you are much more loved and much more valuable and much more free and much more beautiful than you believe yourself to be in the moments of these unhappiness. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And you play with that. And the other one. Last one.
Hi, Joe.
And hello to you.
My name is Chen Li, and I have a family, one wife and two daughters. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel after all the years, we are belong to a four free spirit family. How can we
free spirit?
Yeah, four of individually free spirit. Okay.
Okay.
How can we bond those four spirit family together?
We're not completely sure if this question is translating correctly. You say you have one wife, two children, and you are all free spirits? Is that what you're saying?
Four.
Together, you are four.
So for one different direction, there's no one sense of wholeness, is separation.
Ah, okay. So he feels everybody is on their own island.
Yeah.
Energetically. Right. Well, how is that serving you?
Serving me well, but sometimes it's too lonely.
What do you desire most in your own life, in that sense? What do you long for to express yourself like in this world?
I wish at a certain point, I think we only exchange greetings at 4 birthdays.
Okay, and, so yes.
And I wish how can we improve our frequency of contact?
Okay, so what we see on this end is that within the energy frequency of your family, you are strongly playing with the ideas of independence,
yeah,
and the idea of dependency. So both energies are present, and for all of you, you are learning by reflecting to each other in this way how to surrender more and how to open up more in connection without becoming dependent. Mm-hmm. So the fear of codependency is what is creating these gaps, the distances that you are feeling. So if you can ease this concern that you too have in the back of your system, because you are all playing with this particular theme in your family, you can invite the others to relax on that as well. And you may actually make friends with one of them. We're playing with you here. But you will feel more friendly, more close, more connected. But it has to do with breaking certain fears and concerns that you are all raised with and that you have been perpetuating in the background. You see, you can live the picture of freedom, but a truly free person is not afraid to connect and isn't afraid to lose something when they co-create. Do you understand?
Yes.
A truly free person can move in their own free, unique manner and dance with another person at any given moment, and then move back to their own unique way and then dance again together. But it will be free flowing. So there is a little bit of a distortion in this crossing for all of you. And you all have your own reasons for it. But it is a very beautiful theme to work out within a family. And so you have chosen within your family to work on this theme. Now, the first thing that tells you is that you have the power of 4 souls combined to transform this. and that you all know on a higher level it can be done, and that you have all found the perfect partners, no matter what it may look like, distance-wise, energetically, but you have all found the perfect partners to play this game out with. So we would say revel in the excellence of this setup, and when you fall in love with that, you will begin to see the little cracks that you can then open up wider, and you can show them how much fun it might be to connect and then be yourself again, and to connect and even remain yourself as you connect, and that nothing of you will go to waste or be lost as you connect, because that is what every single one of you can use some experiential proof of, in a sense. Not something to work on, but something to play with and to allow to happen. It's a lot more work to keep that away than to allow it to flow. You will all find your energy levels rising as you begin to play in that way. Tiny steps. Humor is key.
Humor.
Works wonders. Do you understand?
Yes, then I should play with them more, right?
Without the shoot, you are well on your way.
And
you can, if you want.
And I hope 4 of us, none of them are the hybrid. Is that right?
Let's leave that one open for you. Because there's so much concern in the way you ask.
Yeah, right.
Don't worry. You're in good hands.
Thank you so much, Arjun and Wieteke.
And we thank you all so much for being your own perfect, unique selves in every single here and now. We have immensely enjoyed this interaction, and we wish you a dazzling rest of your day. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Bye.